And I'm Adam.
Oh no.
And together we are the Maladjusted M-I-S-F-I-T-S. What does that spell?
And this is the one where we talk about friends.
Misfits!
I get that you wore the cheerleader outfit for the episode, but why did you shave your legs?
The hairy legs just look gross. Welcome, Misfits, and hello to any new Friends fans that have stumbled across our podcast.
Every week we rewatch the next episode in sequential order because that makes the most sense.
And we break it down.
And look up trivia.
And give our own maladjusted take on the whole fake episode.
And we try and make each other laugh.
And fingers crossed, one of you two.
Sometimes. How are you?
Oh, feeling better. I was
That's
a little
good.
sickly.
Yeah. Well, you gotta take turns. You know, last week
Yeah.
I was all sore with my ribs, and then you got sick this weekend.
Yeah.
But you're feeling better, and that's good.
Yeah, I'm going to try and keep my energy up.
All right.
Even though I'm feeling not up.
I have faith in you. What are we doing this week?
The one with the fake party.
And what's our IMDb plot?
Well, Rachel organizes a fake goodbye party for Emily so she can spend time with Joshua. A side effect from her pregnancy causes Phoebe to have a craving for meat.
Wah, wah. I wonder if vegetarians do crave meat.
Oh, well, you'll have to wait till later in the episode to find that out.
All right. Somebody did some trivia looking up themselves. Our episode director is returning Michael Lembeck.
Mm-hmm.
He just celebrated his 77th birthday last week.
Oh, happy B-Day, Michael.
I know. At the same time as the Friends series, he also directed a few episodes of a sitcom called Stark Raving Mad,
Based solely on that name, I like it already.
starring Tony Shalhoub,
Aw.
who was in many things. He's been in the TV show Monk, Galaxy Quest, and the one that started it all that we call him from, Quick Change.
Bluff Tony.
If you haven't seen Quick Change, Tony Shalhoub is in that, and that's how Adam and I always recognize him. We go, Bluff Tony guy.
Yeah. Well, before he became
Right,
Tony Shalhoub.
yeah. Anyway, we digress. It also stars Neil Patrick Harris and Eddie McClintock, who was born in Canton, Ohio, not far from us.
No.
He was in Bones, starred in Warehouse 13, and of course, Joey and Rex Save the Church.
Okay, this is Eddie McClintock we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure I was keeping track.
Yeah, it's not Neil Patrick Harris, although he might have, I don't know.
Okay.
Our episode writer, there's a couple. There's the story by. So just a quick reminder, story by means who originated the core narrative idea and plot.
Right.
Often including the initial outline and development of the characters and action. And for this episode, it was Alicia Skye Veronatis.
Very nice.
I know. She wrote a total of 3 episodes of Friends. She will be back in season 5, but sadly, she passed away in 2018 at 47 from cancer.
Aw, boo.
I know, I was sad reading that. And then we have 2 writers that did the teleplay by.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this means that they wrote the script for the television production,
Right.
encompassing the dialogue, scene descriptions, and other elements. And that, this week, is done by our married duo of Shanna Goldberg-Meehan and Scott Silveri.
Yes, I remember them.
Yes. So, when was our original air date?
The original air date was March 19th, 1998.
All right.
And the box office top 10 that week was Primary Colors, with John Travolta and Emma Thompson playing fictional versions of Bill and Hillary Clinton.
It was all right.
And then we had Wild Things,
Oh.
a southern noir thriller with twists and turns aplenty, including a 3-way with Nev Campbell, Denise Richards, and Matt Dillon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
No.
Oh, and then we had the fantastic Coen Brothers classic, and one of Joe's favorites, The Big Lebowski.
Yay!
With Steve Buscemi, John Goodman, and Jeff Bridges as the dude.
I do love The Big Lebowski. It's so funny. Are you ready for some trivia?
Hang on, let me adjust my cheerleading skirt. Okay.
Sorry. When he does that, he does visuals for me. So you guys miss it, I get the visual. All All right, so Rachel's attempt to twist a cherry stem with her tongue was made famous by Sherilyn Fenn in Twin Peaks, one of Adam's favorites. She had previously appeared on Friends the year before as Ginger, the woman Chandler dates, with the wooden leg.
That's right.
Yeah. Joey has a favorite go-to when he asks Rachel she should take off her bra through her sleeve, like in Flashdance.
Right.
Although he's seen Phoebe do this in the one without the ski trip in 1997. So
right.
that's his go-to is to take off your bra.
Right.
And he saw Phoebe do it already. So
yeah, that is not as sensual.
It's a purpose.
Give me your bra so I can get the lock out of it.
And then Joshua, Tate Donovan, attends the party at Joey and Chandler's where the chick and duck live, right?
Yeah.
And in a few episodes, when he's on a date with Rachel at her apartment, he freaks out over the chick and the duck.
Right.
He had no problems being in the boys' apartment where the chick and duck live a few episodes before that.
I was wondering during the episode where they were. They might have been in Joey's bedroom.
Oh, that's true.
So he just was not aware of them.
That's true. That's true. They seem pretty quiet unless you...
Yeah. Get them all riled up.
Riled up. When Monica tells Emily that stuff isn't supposed to be taken from the museums in New York, she points her finger briefly at Rachel, recalling the reveal of the one with Chandler in the box that Rachel took a bone from the museum when she and Ross slept together for the first time, and he told her that she wasn't supposed to take it.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's sitting on the couch and she goes, I don't know about museums in England, but in New York, you're not supposed to take things.
Rachel.
I'm talking about you, Rachel.
See, that's why I listen to this podcast. Tidbits like that I never noticed.
And this is the only episode where we see one of the bedrooms in Monica and Rachel's apartment while Chandler and Joey are living there. It's Chandler's bedroom. There's board games, a clown puppet, M&M figurines, baseball poster, a hockey stick, and a hockey game board is over in the corner.
Fun. Yeah.
Those are all the trivias.
All the trivias.
So what was your episode reactions?
Oh, well, one thing they like to do on Friends is have the characters have complete mental breakdowns, and this week it's Rachel's turn. Of course, Phoebe does drop another conviction. Ross is annoyed, and the rest provide fun backup. It's a weird, crazy one, so I like it.
Yeah, me too. I can't remember anything off the top of my head, but we all have those moments where we cross the line of sanity. I think everyone is funny in this episode, and it's an enjoyable watch. So
yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do our favorites?
Yeah, what's your favorite line, Joe?
I like when Rachel is writing her note to Joshua and Chandler snatches the notebook away from her and reads it. And then he goes, "What did you throw away?" Because that's a really bad note.
Yeah, it's a really bad line.
What's yours?
I like Joey's question of Ross. If you didn't want to play, why did you come to the party? And I love the hat bump, too.
It is so funny. You do that all the time, too.
I do that all the time.
All right, favorite moment. I'm going to go with when Rach asks Chandler if he's a pathetic loser. And then he joins her sad on the steps and does that little face. Oh, my God. Cracks me up every time.
Yeah. I was almost going to write that one down because I went first and I was like, no, Joe loves that. I'll leave that for her.
So which one did you pick?
Oh, I'm going to go with the cheerleading part.
Oh, my God.
Not for the reasons you might think. I mean, I like it because Rachel has lost her mind by this point. This is the Rachel Green version of getting a pet monkey or wallowing in Mr. Heckle's junk.
Yeah.
She's completely gone over the bend at this point.
She has.
It's fun to watch.
All right, favorite outfits. I'm going to go with Rachel's black dress when she changed mid-party. This is all I'm going to say. You guys know which one I'm talking about. Nothing more needs to be said.
People are going to start thinking you're the pervy one.
I kind of am.
I'm going with Rachel's cheerleading outfit.
Oh, my God.
And again, not just because it looks great on Aniston, but because it's insane.
Right. A 28-year-old putting it. She changed twice.
Right, she changed twice during a party.
Yeah. And it wasn't even a big party where she could slip in and slip out.
No.
It was like 7, 8 people there. Yeah. All right. Themes we explored this episode. Theme number 1, fake surprise parties.
Yes. Surprise. Now, booger off. Theme 2, to eat meat or not to eat meat. That is the theme /conviction.
Theme 3, playing spin the bottle in your late 20s.
Aw. Yeah, we didn't do that.
No, we never did that.
And theme 4, hearing all about Bee and her tea again.
I love that Monica shares that story all the time.
Hey, you just met Ross? I got a story for you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break before the episode. We're going to take a quick break before we break down the episode. We'll be right back. Esmeralda, we're having a last-minute going-away party upstairs for Emily. Can you come?
Sorry, no can do, Rach. My sitter is sick, and I have to make sure I'm out of here on time because...
Cornelius and Reginald here. I need people to fill out the party.
Well, no, I haven't seen them, but Jasmine is right over there.
Ooh, Jasmine, can you come to a last-minute party upstairs tonight?
Late invites are a bad thing.
No. This invite isn't late. The party itself is last-minute.
Last-minute parties are a bad thing.
Fine, you're a no.
Hey, Rach. Chloe and I can come to your party.
Hi, Isaac. I would prefer if Chloe did not come.
You're still upset because Chloe boinked that guy Ross.
Just a bit.
Hello, Rachel. Can I get you something to drink?
Gunther, can you come to a party tonight?
Esmeralda, it's an emergency. I got invited to a party. I'm leaving now. I have to go change. Bye.
Yay, Gunther, you're my hero.
But Gunther, wait, my sitter. Man, I wish there was a I Hate Rachel Green Club I could join.
Okay, we're back.
We have returned.
The cold open is at Chandler and Joey's, and Chandler and Monica are there.
Yeah, we start right away with some cut content.
All right.
Phoebe knocks on the door and just enters without saying a word. Chandler says hello, and Monica says hey, and Phoebe throws her purse on the floor in frustration, then grabs a box of cereal and knocks it over in anger.
Yeah, but we watched it, and it's like a little tap.
Yeah,
like,
she just taps it.
Yeah.
Taps it, and Chandler goes, whoa, serial killer. And Monica goes, serial killer? And Chandler goes, hey, come on, I say more dumb things before 9 a.m. than most people say all day.
Which is a fantastic line.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it was cut. I would make a t-shirt out of that.
Yeah.
So Monica, the scene goes on, and Monica goes, what is it, hun? And Phoebe gets upset because she says she cannot find anything she wants to eat. Everything makes her nauseous. I'm telling you, being pregnant is no piece of cake. Ooh, cake.
Mmm.
And she goes, no, and shakes her head. And I love Chandler's little gestures when she says cake and then no. It's so funny because he's like, ooh, cake. Oh, no.
No cake.
Monica goes, oh, honey, I'm sorry. Phoebe goes, God, oh. And then she goes, what's that smell? It's coming from the bathroom. Ooh.
Ew.
Chandler goes, wow, pregnancy does give you some weird cravings. And we cut to the bathroom where Joey is taking a shower. Phoebe knocks on the door and comes in without waiting. Joey goes, yeah. And she goes, it's me, it's Phoebe. Listen, there's something good in here I want to eat. Wow, what smells so good? So Joey sticks his head out of the shower curtain, and I love how it is pinned together right at the chest. So no peeking at the good stuff. But Joey goes, is it the shampoo? It's guava.
Guava.
Phoebe goes, no, no. She smells it. It's bad stuff. Joey goes, oh, wait. Reaches inside the shower. Is it my bologna sandwich?
Why does he have a... You know what? Never mind. I'm not even going to ask.
Phoebe goes, yes. I can't believe it. The baby wants bologna. The baby wants me to eat meat. I can't eat meat.
Does bologna technically count as a meat? Either way, she can have all the bologna she wants. I'm not going to eat any of that.
Technically, it's a combo of beef, chicken, and pork. So it's uber meat. I used to love bologna when I was younger, but I haven't had it in many years. But anyway, Joey goes, oh, wait. And he reaches into the shower again. He goes, maybe it's the pickle. So he's had pickle and bologna sandwich in the shower in the morning because they're eating cereal at the foosball table.
Ooh, that would be a hard pass for me.
Gross.
Phoebe does not seem interested in the pickle either.
No, which is usually one of those pregnancy cravings.
Yeah.
So I've heard. I don't know.
So you've heard, yeah. All right, then we join Monica, Rachel, Joey, and Chandler at the perk after that. And the lean, mean Rachel Green is tearing a page from a notepad and just littering inside the perk. And Chandler asks, what are you writing? And Rachel is going to see Joshua tomorrow, and since she don't have the guts to ask him out, she was just going to sell him a coat and put the note in the pocket.
There are a lot of reject notes on that table.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot. Like cappuccino amounts of breaking up with Janice.
That's true.
And Chandler's like, oh yeah? And then he takes the notepad to read what she's got, and he reads out loud, Joshua, give me a call sometime. Guys like you never go out of style. And then he asks her, Joe's favorite line, what did you throw away?
What did you throw away? This is so bad.
It'd be funny if you would have started tearing them all. Well, let me see what you were doing.
Let me see the rejects.
That is when Ross Geller and Emily Waltham enter.
Emily Waltham.
What did I say?
Emily Waltham.
Emily. Wow, that's not even a word. Emily Waltham enter. They exchange haze before Joey asks what the couple has been up to. And Ross tells of their adventures to see the collection of Victorian doorknobs at the Cooper Hewitt Museum. And Chandler questions, without me? Emily confesses that her uncle, Rachel's boss, dragged us there. It actually turned out to be very interesting. She even says they were so ornate and beautiful. I mean, look at that. And she shows them a knob that she has on her person. And Monica shares with Emily, I don't know how museums work in England, but here you're not supposed to take stuff. And Emily tells them, I got it from the gift shop. And adds a fun, they've got really lax security there. And then she has to explain that was a joke. Which I kind of am a little upset with Chandler that he didn't get the joke.
He didn't get the joke. Then we have some cut lines. Mm-hmm. Chandler stands up and goes, anyone for more tea? And Ross and Emily stare at him. No, just me then. And goes over to get some coffee. Monica gets up, follows him, and says, hey, Ringo, every time Emily's around, you talk like her. Would you please cut it out? Oh. And then Chandler laughs and says, I think you like it. I think you can't resist me when I do it. You want to eat me up like a cream puppet.
Oh.
And Monica goes, what? And he goes, all right, look, I don't know all the words.
He needs to watch some Guy Ritchie movies. That'll straighten him right out. You better Adam and Eve. Emily starts to leave and kisses the Rossitron before telling the rest of the gang bye-bye.
And then Chandler cuts in again and is, bye-bye then. And they all stare at him.
Yeah, and then Emily leaves. And Joey comments to Ross, wow, you guys seem to be having a good time. And yep, Ross thinks Emily is amazing and so much fun. And you know what? When I'm with her, I'm fun.
And then there's a cut line. He goes on to say, I do things like run off to Vermont. And you guys saw the doorknob.
Ooh, saucy.
That was so funny. That's a fun thing, the doorknob.
Yeah, you saw the doorknob. Ross even admits that he signed up for helicopter classes. And Chandler gives him a doubtful look. And Ross adds, she's leaving in 2 days. I don't have to do it. The helicopter classes sound like the most fun.
Yeah, right? The doorknob's not so much.
Yeah, Vermont's fun.
It is. We have been there.
Monica empathizes with Ross. Oh no, 2 days you must be bummed. And Ross shares that Emily has got to go back to London. But you know what? He has been prepared for this from the start. We both knew we had 2 weeks together, and that's it. Joey jokes, hey, that's what all my relationships are like. And Chandler rebukes Joey with, yes, but in Ross's case, they both know in 2 weeks that's it. Now Phoebe enters to the adoration and delight of their friends. Ross tries to grab her Prager's belly in a fun way, but Phoebe shakes all that adoration and cuteness away. So she can complain that the baby is totally craving meat. This afternoon, she tried tricking it and made it a soy burger to make the fetus think it was getting meat. The result? She got nauseous. Chandler floats the idea that maybe that's because soy burgers suck.
And then there's a cut line after that. He adds, but I'm no obstetrician.
And Phoebe informs them all that being pregnant is tough on your tummy. And Joey points out, well, at least she got that cold, pregnant lady glow. And Phoebe clarifies, that's sweat. You throw up all morning, you'll have that glow too.
Oh, she's not having any of it.
No.
All right, now we're at Bloomingdale's. Rachel is rewriting her note. Again, she wrote it, rewrote it 100 times. Hell, I've done that with just a Post-it note to someone. I just don't like the way it looks, so I'll write it again.
Aww.
Joshua comes from the changing room and goes, okay. And Rachel goes, oh, here's that trench coat you wanted. He tries it on. Oh, great. Wow. Yeah, this is comfortable. Rachel's very pleased. Joshua's like, man, I could really flash someone in this thing. Adam, I'm surprised this is not your favorite. Looks like something you totally would have rocked 30 years ago with your kilt and combat boots. Whew, I got a little overheated.
Oh. You like the kilt and the combat boots, huh?
I remember that Guns N' Roses face. Yeah. So Josh goes to put his hands in the pocket, and Rachel says, no. They don't want you to put your hands in the pocket until you're out of the store. Joshua asks what we're all wondering, why not? Rachel says, well, that's because and she gestures picking her nose and putting it in her pocket.
Yeah. Actually, it's so bad that they sew them shut half the time.
Right? And then you have to tell people when they're walking that their vents are sewn shut.
Yeah. You're supposed to clip that when you get home.
So Joshua agrees that, they ruin it for everybody. And Rachel agrees, I know. Joshua informs her that he wore that cashmere sweater on a date last night. Rachel's shocked and goes, oh. He tells her it was his first date since the divorce. Rachel's trying to remain calm and still polite, not crazy. Well, congratulations. So do you love her? So close.
Yeah, pump the brakes, Rach. Pump the brakes.
Joshua laughs and says, no. She's nice, but, it just made me realize that I'm just not ready to be dating, Rachel, now concerned, says, well, it's interesting. And she goes behind Joshua, starts patting his bottom, and reaches into the pocket and takes a note. Joshua notices and say, hey, whoa, hey, what was that? Rachel, a fast thinker in this case, goes, oh, it was just an anti-theft device. Joshua raises his arm and says, then what's this? Pointing out the actual anti-theft device. Rachel recovers so quickly. I'm, proud of her. This is really good. You need that, because obviously a thief could just tear this up. And she rips her note up into tiny little pieces.
Right. He's staring at her confused.
Right. 'Cause that's the dumbest thing he's ever heard.
Yeah.
She was a fast thinker. I didn't say it was smart.
All right. So now we're at Chandler and Joey's. Mm-hmm. Ross is writing on the Magnadoodle as Rachel, like gangbusters, nearly knocks him over as she comes in. Ross was writing, Joey enjoys before
Opens
Rachel
yeah.
knocked him over. And Rachel apologizes to Ross before jumping right in. Listen, we have to have a party tonight. Actually, we have to have one in 5 minutes, so everybody cancel your plans. So who is there? Well, Ross, we know, but also Monica, Joey, and Chandler, and another sweater vest!
Yay!
All right, shush. Joe, you complained a couple weeks ago about the sweater vest, and now 2 weeks later, you have arrived at your seasonal guess of 2. How are you feeling about that guess now?
I feel great. But now that there's been 2, I feel like there's going to be more, and it's going to surpass my number. But we might get to your number, which I can't remember what it is.
It was 5.
All right, so we might get to 5. And I'd feel good about that.
You feel good about that
Yep.
still? Okay. So Chandler and Joey ask what's going on with Rachel. What's going on, and Rachel explains, we have to have a surprise bon voyage party for Emily, but it's actually for Joshua.
Then we have a Chandler cut line where he says, that sucks. Nobody ever thrown me a bon voyage Emily party. That's for Joshua. No, I'm just kidding.
And Rachel apparently stopped at the party store because now she's handing out party hats as she continues. Joshua said he's not ready to date, so I had to invite him to a party if I wanted to see him outside of work, and now I have the perfect opportunity to seduce him.
As she hands Ross a hat.
Yes. Rach tries to hand Ross a party hat, which he slowly takes as he states, well, as much as I'd like to meet Josh and warn him.
That's a good line.
Emily and I aren't going to be here. Sure, she's going to stop by at first to say goodbye, but then I have a whole special evening planned. No party. Joey, who with Chandler already have their party hats on, whines with an audible, "Aww." And then Emily opens the door, and we have a discrepancy here.
Uh-oh.
The Magnadoodle now reads, Joey eats little, and then there's a little scribble from Rachel opening the door. Suspicious.
Yeah.
It says something completely different.
Completely different. It's probably they had to take multiple takes.
Right. He just wrote something funny
Different.
about Joey every
Yeah.
time. Right.
But I want to know what he eats little of.
Right. And Joey enjoys he enjoys the eating of little.
Let's not speculate.
I was going to go a different direction, but okay. Upon seeing Emily, Rachel quickly hides the party supplies to respect Ross's plans for the night. Yeah, I'm just kidding. Rachel really holds up a bon voyage sign while yelling, "Surprise!" Chandler and Joey come in a beat late on "Surprise!" And Emily smiles and says, "No one's ever thrown me a surprise party before." And Rachel lies, "Well, it was all Ross's idea." And Emily tells Ross, "You're so sweet and I'm so surprised." And Ross hesitates a second before giving in to the pressure from his peers. They should really come up with a name for that.
Peer pressure?
Oh, yeah. But anyway, Ross asks Emily, "You really didn't know?"
All right, we cut to later. The party is in full swing. Rachel's in the kitchen, and Chandler goes over to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Why are you in here if Joshua is all the way over there?" And points to the living room.
Joe, did you notice Brimful of Asha playing?
I did. I love that song by Corner Shop. And later, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones plays. And then the Wallflowers.
Aw.
I knew all the music. But she points to Joshua. He's over in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
And Joshua is looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
They're separated.
Right.
It's really awkward and weird.
Well, because there's only 7 people there.
That's true.
So, yeah, it is awkward.
So Rachel goes, "I'm trying to play hard to get." "Oh, quick, he's looking over here. Say something funny." And Chandler goes, "Like what?" And Rachel laughs hysterically. And Joey goes, "Wait, what's so funny?" And Chandler goes, "I said, like what?" And Joey goes, "Now that's a thinker." And that was a contender for my favorite because it was really funny.
Yep, love it.
All right, Rachel says, "Okay, you know what? This playing hard to get thing is not working. Hand me those cherries." Chandler does so, and she says, okay. She does a little sexy walk over to where Joshua is standing and says, "Hi." That's embarrassing, too, that little sexy walk. Yeah, not good. Joshua returns the hi. Rachel says, "Care for a cherry?" He says, "Oh, no, thanks." He's got a beer in his hand. Why would he want a cherry? Rachel goes, I can tie one of these into a knot using just my tongue." She tries to demonstrate this unique ability, but only succeeds on choking on it.
So you think she's ever done that before?
No.
Even tried?
No. That would not be the thing to go over and do, like to impress somebody, something you've never tried before.
Right.
So Joshua asks, "Are you okay?" Rachel swallowed the whole stem and is now hacking like a heavy smoker in the morning. He goes to pat her on the back and she says, "You're all right?" And Rachel walks off coughing. This is how I think I would come off trying to seduce someone.
You can seduce me, babe.
So Ross interrupts Monica and Emily and says, "So we should probably get going soon." And Emily's disappointed. "Oh, but the party's only getting started." Ross says, "Yeah, but we have to be at the Four Seasons for drinks in 15 minutes and then, the Plaza for dinner."
Yeah, we don't go places for drinks and then go to a completely separate place for dinner enough.
Not once have we done that at all. You're all outside bound.
All right, that'll be enough out of you.
Emily asks Ross a very poignant question. "So why did you plan a party at the same time?" Which is a really good question. Ross tries to recover since she is enjoying her party. No. Actually, American surprise parties are very, very short. It's usually surprise and, "Oh my God, I'm so surprised. Goodbye."
If only.
How many surprise parties have you been to?
There was that one with the raccoon.
I threw your mom a surprise party for her 40th birthday, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were at that one.
Yeah. And then there's the raccoon one, so 2.
Oh, okay. So Emily says, "But Ross, I'm having such a great time. Your sister's just been telling me about you used to dress up like little old ladies and have make-believe tea parties."
Oh.
Ross goes, "Monica said that, did she?" He squeezes Monica's knee really hard, and Monica winces in pain. And that really hurts, especially at 50. But my older brother used to do that all the time. And ow, it really hurt.
Oh, boo. And then Ross has a cut line. Did she tell you that when she was little, she was partially responsible for new legislation regarding the strength of swing sets? And then Monica does the Geller double bump at Ross, who isn't even looking at him.
I think that's funny. So Monica walks over to Joey and Phoebe in the kitchen, and Phoebe is watching Joey make a sandwich. She goes, "Ooh, yeah. Then what are you going to put on top of that?" Joey goes, "A little salami." He goes, "Ooh, and what goes on top of the salami?" "Pastrami." Ooh, you're a genius.
No.
Rachel enters and she has changed clothes. She now has an amazing black dress on.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, oh, could somebody give me a hand with this zipper? Joey goes, yeah. He goes over to her and Rachel barks, up. I love that part.
Yeah. Up. Whoops.
Monica goes, you changed? Yeah, I did. I needed my lucky dress. And Monica goes, and lucky means more cleavage? Chandler goes, does for me.
Seconded.
Joey starts wiping lint, in quotations, off her back, but goes a little too far and Rachel just glares at him. He stops, gives her the okay symbol, and walks away. Rachel goes, oh, God, look at him. He's so cute. I want to go over there and grab him and kiss him. How can I kiss him and not let him know that I like him?
I like that Joshua is talking to Gunther, the only other person that they could get to show up last minute to a fake party.
Yeah.
He was like, I'll be there.
I'm there. And Joey goes, oh, I know how you can get him to take off your bra.
Yes.
Rachel goes, what? He goes, there was a scene in Footloose. Chandler goes, Flashdance. Yeah. With that plumber girl, she was a welder. What? Were you, like, in the movie? Anyway, she takes off her bra under her shirt, pulls it out her sleeve. Very sexy and classy.
Well, I think so.
Monica shrugs her shoulders and goes, if you want to kiss him, you could use mistletoe. It's not Christmas.
Or spin the bottle.
He's not 11. Emily walks towards him with her coat on. She's leaving with Ross and says, thank you so much for this. It was really so thoughtful of you.
Was it, though?
Rachel goes, what? You're leaving? Ross goes, yeah, we have something we have to get to. Joshua goes, oh, yeah, I think I'm going to take off, too.
There's only 7 people here.
Right.
It's a little uncomfortable.
Rachel goes, no, you guys can't leave yet. You have to stay. We got the whole big thing planned. Ross goes, what big thing?
And then we smash cut to a bottle spinning on the floor. As Rachel explains the rules for playing Spin the Bottle. Rachel's spinning the bottle as a trial run, and she says, okay, spin the bottle works like this. I spin the bottle, and it lands on Gunther, so I would have to kiss Gunther. And Rach crawls toward Gunther and just motions a kiss, because that is just a sample spin. All right, who wants to go first?
So apparently there's a rumor that there's a deleted scene or a cut scene or a blooper where Rachel actually kisses Gunther. But they decided that if Josh saw her kissing just anyone, he would, not be interested in her. So they cut it. Plus, Gunther's head would have just imploded.
Right.
So I'm not sure if it's true or not. I tried to Google and find it, but I couldn't.
We'll have to look for the bloopers on one of the discs.
On
I
the
don't know
discs,
which
the
disc
DVDs.
it's on.
Yeah.
All right, well, Emily nominates herself first, and they all cheer and clap, and Emily gives that bottle a spin, and it lands on Joey. And Joey goes, welcome to America.
I love that he says that.
And the pair share a little peck, and everybody claps a little, and now it's Joey's turn to spin that bad boy, and it lands on Emily. And Monica shouts, 2 in a row, now you got to use your tongues.
Monica is 11 in this scene.
Yeah, she never got invited to spin the bottle.
Aww.
Ross does not look too happy about this, but Joey and Emily give another kiss. I can't tell if they actually use tongues or not.
Yes, they don't spend time on it.
There's more clapping before Emily spins that bottle once more, and this time it lands on Joey! And Chandler shouts, what are the odds? As Joey and Emily start crawling toward one another, Ross pulls Emily back, suggesting, okay, that's enough. Let somebody else play.
And then your favorite line.
Yeah, Joey says, if you didn't want to play, why'd you come to the party? And gives his little party hat a little tap.
And then we have a fun Chandler bit that got cut. So Chandler says, all right, I'll go. He spins the bottle. And he goes, somebody loose. And the bottle ends up pointing to him. And he goes, story of my life. So he spins it again, and it lands on Joshua. And he goes, story of my father's life. I like how Joshua was kind of like, okay, if we have to.
The rules are rules. So now it's Rachel's turn, the moment she's been waiting for. And she's not going to mess this up because, Rachel Green seems like the type that would have spinned a bottle alone in her bedroom to get her technique right.
I know exactly who I want this bottle to land on.
And that time in her room paid off because it landed on Joshua first try. And this is fun because we see Joshua's reaction and we get a view of that fourth wall of the apartment.
Oh, yeah.
That we don't usually see. And there's a painting and everything. It's just like I dreamed it.
And they also have another 4 feet back there that they could put furniture and stuff.
All right, let's not get picky.
All right.
Rachel cheers and claps for herself before she starts to sexy slow crawl over to Joshua. And she's in that dress and her cleavage is cleavaging. And she's all awkward like a deer. And Phoebe announces, "Oh my God, the baby just kicked." And everybody gets super excited. And who knows, maybe Phoebe wasn't lying. I mean, this would be a good moment for her to ruin for Rachel.
Wow, conspiratorial much?
Hey.
Anyhow, I like how excited Joey and Chandler look. I mean, Mon, of course, she's baby's on the brain, but the boys are super cute. They go, "Oh, yeah. They're so excited."
I never get to feel a baby kick before. Rachel tries holding on to the moment, spouting, it's okay, it kicked once, it'll kick again." But they all rush to Phoebe and stand her up, leaving Rachel still crawling on the floor, trying to remind them all, everybody remember where they were sitting. In an act of sad desperation, Rachel crawls over to Joshua and kisses the back of his knee.
Oh.
Toes and knee backs for Rachel, if anybody's keeping a list. Toes and knee backs. Joshua felt Rachel scrounging around down there and looks, but she just pretends she's not going to bug off his leg, adding, "Oh, bug." She swats it and then hits it into the carpet.
So we cut to later, same party. Spin the bottle game is over, and Chandler is making a sandwich as Phoebe watches. Phoebe instructs Chandler, "You know, it doesn't matter how much I'm craving it. You know why I'm never going to eat meat? Because it's murder. Cold-blooded murder." Chandler says, "Okay," as Phoebe leans in and takes a bite out of his sandwich. Chandler goes, "There's a Phoebe on my sandwich."
And we can all check the box on our bingo cards that reads, Phoebe ignores her own convictions.
I like how he just abandons his sandwich and walks away. You know?
She can have it.
So Joey goes over and goes, "Phoebe, what are you doing?" She goes, "I can't help it. I need the meat. The baby needs the meat." I like this line too. Joey goes, "All right, look, you know how when you're dating someone and you don't want to cheat on them unless this was someone really hot?" She goes, "Yeah, totally."
Joe, I got someone totally hot. I don't need to cheat.
Aw, you're so sweet. Joey goes, "All right, okay. Well, this is the same kind of deal. If you're gonna do something wrong," he grabs 2 steaks from the freezer and says, "Do it right."
I wish I didn't like cold-blooded murder.
Yeah, you made steak on the grill this week, and oh my God, it was so good.
Oh, and then there's a cut scene.
Oh, okay.
In the living room area, Ross, Chandler, and Emily are all laughing, and Emily excuses herself, and Chandler is still laughing and starts to speak, but Ross interrupts, asking, "What are you doing to me?" "I am trying to get Emily out of here. And you keep talking to her and making her laugh. From now on, I don't want you to be funny anymore." And Chandler responds with, "Well, you know what? Rachel wants me to be funny. And you don't want me to be funny. From now on, I'm going to be funny sometimes and not funny others." And then Chandler walks off.
That's a really funny scene. And then we were watching it earlier. You were like, "That's how I am."
I'm funny sometimes and not funny others.
So we cut to later. Phoebe is finishing off her steak, and Joey says, "Feeling better now?"
So during this scene in the shot, I believe in the wide version,
right?
You know, the widescreen version, back on the yellow couch, Chandler, Joshua, and Ross are all just sitting sad next to each other.
I saw that. It was so funny. They're not, it's like they think they're not in the shot.
Right, which originally I don't think they were.
Right, because we did watch the
DVD.
Yes.
And it's not in it, but they're just kind of sitting, waiting for them to finish their scene.
Right? It's so funny. And they look all sad. So Phoebe goes, "Yeah, but at what cost? 6 more months, 3 meals a day? I'm going to eat 1 million cows."
And in a cut line, she adds, "Mommy cows, daddy cows, and baby cows. No, I will never eat a baby cow. No veal." And then she thinks about it and goes, "Ooh, but veal."
And Joey says, "Hey, what if I said I could even things out for you meat-wise?" Phoebe's like, "What?" "Well, I eat a lot of meat, right?"
Yes.
"Well, suppose until the baby's born, I laid off it. No extra animals would die. You'd only just be eating my animals." Phoebe goes, "Joey, I can't believe you'd do that for me."
So sweet.
"Absolutely. I can be a vegetarian. There's no meat and beer, right? Or pizza, or most Chinese food."
All right, so now we cut to Ross and Emily standing by the foosball table. Ross has his coat on again and is telling Emily, Okay, we could still make her dinner if we skip the appetizers and ask for a check right away. But Rachel comes through the door and she has changed again. Any guesses what she put on? French maid costume, sexy nurse outfit? Nah, she's in her high school cheerleading uniform.
And now the Magnadoodle reads, Emily, bon voy, but the bon voy is crossed out, and below it reads, see ya. I wonder who couldn't spell bon voyage.
Yeah, Rachel or Joey are my guesses.
Right, me too.
Seeing Rachel, Emily tells Ross, but we can't go now. It looks like Rachel's going to put on a skit. Which I really like that line too. Of course, if Emily saw Rachel enter the room in a cheerleading outfit in season 5, she would not be this excited.
Oh, no.
Monica looks shocked and goes over to Rachel saying, have you lost your mind? This week the wires have come loose in your head. No. I'm finally thinking clearly here. And she totally sounds nuts here.
Yeah.
My lucky dress wasn't working out for me, but for 4 years, this baby never missed.
Rachel's gone bye-bye.
Monica tries to dissuade her by saying, Rachel, I can't let you. And then she pauses. And I think she knows that Rachel is too far gone to listen to reason. So she just gives up by saying, actually, I kind of want to see what happens. And there's also a big L on the cheerleader uniform, probably for Long Island High School, but I like to think it's for loser.
Aww.
Joshua nervously says, hey. And Rachel says hi back. And Joshua worriedly comments, nice costume? And Rachel lies. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to give Emily a big American goodbye cheers. So, okay. And then she runs to the living room area. Okay, give me an E.
E.
Give me an M.
M.
I-L-Y. I'm just going to skip ahead. She just spells Emily.
Chandler's not yelling the letters. He's just looking at her like she's gone crazy.
Yeah. And then she asks in that cheerleading way, what do you get? And then Rachel throws her pom-poms to Joey and Phoebe before doing a apartment cartwheel. She shouts, Emily! And she tries for another cartwheel and crashes into Chandler's bedroom as she was halfway through yelling, Emily again. And then she kind of stumbles back out into the room, and now she's talking funny, presumably because she just face planted in either Chandler's bed or right into the floor. Rachel mumbles, okay, so that's me as a cheerleader. And Gunther gives an enthusiastic applause as everybody else appears concerned for her well-being. Joey and Monica go over to Rachel asking if she's all right, and Rachel plays it off, saying, I'm fine. I'm just losing a tooth. No big deal. I have a dentist. And Rach makes her way over to the drinks and stuff, saying she's going to put some ice on it. And Monica and Joey follow her over there. And she asks him in a panic, what do I do now? What do I do now? And Monica gives the realistic advice.
I think you're done.
And Joey suggests, okay, time to take off the bra. And shockingly, Rachel seems unhappy with that advice at this point.
Like, it's the most unreasonable thing she's ever heard of.
Right. Compared to everything else, it goes right in. She glares at Joey with ice held up to her lip, and Joshua comes over to say, that was really great, but I gotta take off, actually. And Joey looks around nonchalant as he says under his breath, take bra off. None of them have any trouble hearing Joey, including Joshua, who stares confused. Rachel tells Josh, all right, come on, let's go get your coat. Hopefully admitting defeat, Rachel leads Joshua into her former bedroom to retrieve his coat. Then we watch as Gunther leans toward Emily and says, Rachel's my girlfriend. Emily kind of eyes Mr. Central Perk warily.
I like that. Then we cut to Chandler's bedroom. He has a very scary-ass clown on top of a hockey stick. It's nightmare fuel. It's right next to his bed.
Yeah, it's just a little hand puppet for a child. It's fine.
It's a clown nonetheless. Anyway, Joshua says, so this was really fun. And Rachel goes, oh yeah, real fun. And she makes the decision. You know, this bra really bothers me.
Oh, no.
She starts to take off her bra. You know, this used to be my bedroom. Yeah, a lot of memories in here. A lot of memories. If these walls could talk, you know what they would say? Want to hear some memories?
Oh, man.
She's now violently pulling on her bra in order to remove it, and it is not cooperating.
No.
Need a little hand there? Now, that would have been a little seductive moment if she would have just let him help her.
Help me.
Help me take off this bra.
Yeah, baby.
Rachel goes, oh, no. I got this all under control. Josh says, you really don't seem to.
No.
She's still yanking on the bra, but it's stuck in her sleeve.
Yeah, we almost get a peek at the good stuff.
Finally, she gives up. Rachel goes, oh, forget it. She sits down heavily on the bed. This is not how it was supposed to happen. Joshua goes, well, what was supposed to happen? Rachel goes, can you not look at me when I say this?
Well, you used to have a friend that would say that.
What? This is not how it's supposed to.
No, when he would get embarrassed, he'd be like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
Don't look at me for a minute.
Or when he wanted to say something very vulnerable.
Right.
Like he wanted to say things that he was going through. He'd be like, please don't look at me while I talk.
Right.
He'd be like, okay.
Coincidentally, his name Josh.
That's true. So, he turns around and she goes, I thought if I could get you here, I could seduce you.
And there's just a couple cut lines where Josh doesn't understand her because he's not looking at her.
Right.
And he goes, excuse me? And Rachel tries to pronounce seduce you a couple more times. Seduce, seduco.
So Josh finally looking at her now and he goes, oh boy. He sits down next to her. I don't wear suits to work. And I bought 6 of them from you. And Rachel goes, well, I'm sorry. I thought you needed them.
She's so mean about it.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Pick on the clues.
Pick it up. Joshua goes, no. My point is, I kept coming back because I wanted to see you. And Rachel goes, why? He goes, because I like you. You like me? Yeah, I mean, you're beautiful and smart and sophisticated, and a lot of this isn't based on tonight.
And that was almost a favorite line.
It's amazing. It's great. Rachel goes, yeah, but you like me. Oh my God, I can't believe all the time I like you and you liked me. Joshua goes, but, oh, no, don't say but. No. But's never good. Just leave it at that. You like me and I like you. Joshua goes, okay, however.
Oh, no.
And Rachel goes, oh, see, that's a fancy butt. And I say this all the time.
Really?
When I'm training managers about giving feedback, like, you're doing great.
Yeah.
But, so I tell them they can't say but, and they can't say a fancy but. Like, however, or nonetheless, or my dad's favorite, needless to say.
Right.
Okay, that wasn't very interesting. But I do say it all the time. And I totally forgot until this scene that I stole that from Friends.
Oh.
So when she said that, that's just a fancy butt, I'm like, oh my God, that's where I get that from.
Oh.
But I say it all the time. You don't put but in between two things when you're trying to make a point. Because it negates the first thing you just said. So.
And that's funny because I think you have a fancy butt.
So we digress. Back to the story. Joshua goes, my marriage just ended. I'm really not ready to get into anything yet. Rachel goes, but I'm sorry. I just need a little more time. And she's sad and goes, okay.
Okay. Now we meet a sad Russell in the hallway, sitting on the step drinking a beer as Rachel comes out of the guy's apartment.
It's a lager.
It could be a stout. Rachel says to him, oh, there you are. I was just looking for you before, with the lisp. I'm not going to do it. Joshua's gone, so you and Emily are free to go.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah. You guys can go do your plans now that my plans failed. Ross explains that Emily is still enjoying her fake party and it's too late to do any of the things he had planned, so... And then Rachel tells him, I'm sorry, I completely ruined your evening. And Ross gives a great reply of, yeah. Rachel tells him, well, if it makes you feel any better, I made a fool out of myself. And Ross admits that helps a little. And Rachel asks, is there room on that step for a pathetic loser? And Ross says, yeah, have a seat. And Rachel apologizes again. And Ross tells her, that's okay. I mean, it was just a 2-week thing anyway. I just didn't want it to end this way, with you hijacking it and turning into a weird shit show. And Rachel speculates maybe you didn't want it to end. And then the mentally warped Rachel has to spell it out for Ross. That English tart just spent all evening talking to your friends, asking to hear stories about you, looking through Monica's photo albums. I mean, you don't do that if you're just in it for 2 weeks. This would be another thing that you would like to record and play back to Rachel at a later date.
Exactly.
Ross is like, you think? And Rachel tells him, you got like 14 hours until she's got to be at the airport. And you're sitting here in a hallway with a 28-year-old cheerleader with a fat lip. And it finally kicks in for Ross. And he goes, you know what? You're right. And Rachel agrees that she is right. And Ross thanks her and starts to head back in. And then he stops and asks, what photo album was it? And Rachel, don't know. But it was Ross and a bunch of albino kids. And Ross says, there weren't albino kids. That was computer can't reach. And he slaps his leg before heading back in.
They're meant for each other.
As Ross goes in, Chandler comes out with some garbage. And Rachel and Chandler greet each other. And she asks, you're a pathetic loser, right? And Chandler admits, oh, yeah. And Rachel tells him to sit. Chandler complies and sits down and immediately assumes the posture and facial expression of a pathetic loser.
It's my favorite part. It's so funny.
Then Joshua.
I
always want to just say Josh.
I know.
And save myself the time. But
Rachel doesn't like it.
Rachel doesn't like it. Then Josh comes up the stairs. And Rachel jumps up and gushes at Joshua. And Joshua explains, all those things I said about not being ready. And Rachel guesses, they're not true. And, no, they're all true, Joshua tells her. But, and Rachel gushes, oh, I love that butt. Yeah, we all know she loves that Tate ass. And they lean in to kiss, but then they realize Chandler is still sitting on the pathetic loser step staring at them. And Chandler kind of smiles and kind of urges them to go ahead. But they don't kiss. And Rachel asks Joshua, do you want to go inside and have some coffee? Joshua concurs. And Rachel says to Chandler, after Josh has gone into her apartment.
Yeah.
She says to Chandler while motioning to the cheerleading outfit, every time.
And that was very close to being one of my favorite moments.
Every time.
It's pretty funny. And Adam's demonstrating it while he's telling you.
Yeah, and I still have my cheerleading outfit on, too. So
that's true.
That's totally not made up just because it's audio.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really on.
He does have a cheerleading outfit on. No, he doesn't. So now we're at the tag. We're at Chandler and Joey's later that evening. Phoebe is busy making a sandwich. Joey goes, ooh, what do you got there? Phoebe says, pastrami. Oh, yeah. You know what goes good with that? And Phoebe goes, corned beef. Oh, I was going to say bologna, but that's much better. How about a little of that smoked turkey? Okay. Joey starts looking longingly at the sandwich. Oh, mama, when does that baby due? Phoebe goes, 6 months. Joey goes, now, if a cow should die of natural causes, can I have one of those, right? Not if I get there first. And that's it. It's the end of the episode. Cut and print. End. We're going to take another quick break. We'll be right back.
So, this was really fun.
Oh, yeah. Real fun. This bra really bothers me. This used to be my bedroom. Yeah, a lot of memories in here. A lot of memories. If these walls could talk, you know what they'd say? Want to hear some memories? Son of a bitch.
Need a little hand there?
Oh, no. I got it. It's all under control.
You really don't seem like you do. That's...
Stupid scrud. Forget it. This is not how it's supposed to happen.
Well, what was supposed to happen?
Can you not look at me when I say this? I thought if I could get you here, I could seduce you.
Excuse me?
Seduce you. Seduce you.
Oh boy. I don't wear suits to work, and I bought 6 of them from you.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought you needed them. You're kind of a dick outside of Bloomingdale's.
Bye.
All right, we're back for the wrap-up.
Yeah.
So, what did we learn from this episode?
Joe, What did you learn?
Apparently not as much as you. Your paragraph is huge.
Well, some of that trivia I mentioned earlier is coming up in this.
So I learned that Rachel is so threatened by Ross and Emily in this and then future episodes that she will go to any extremes to woo Joshua.
Yeah.
How about you?
Well, I learned that pregnant vegetarians can really crave meat during pregnancy.
Oh, that's interesting.
I Googled that and I said, well, let's see what else is there. Because their bodies may crave more iron and or B12 for the fetus. Not sure if it helps with the cravings, but there are prenatal vitamins that are available to help offset that, as well as vegetarian options like eating more lentils, beans, leafy greens, fortified cereals, and nutritional yeast. But Phoebes doesn't like Western medicine and holds no conviction for long, so she probably never even discussed it with her doctor. And just a reminder, don't take medical advice from a podcast.
We take vitamin B12.
Yeah.
All right, what are your final thoughts on this episode?
I'm doubting that Josh ever makes healthy decisions now.
The fact that he stays and...
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Joe, I ordered you a cheerleading costume.
Aw, I ordered you one too.
Aw.
You said that wasn't why. Final thoughts, Joey is sweet and gives up meat for Phoebes, and I think that's really cute. He's such a nice friend. All right, sweater vest tracker.
Well, the prayer count was 1.
Mm-hmm.
The episode total was 1. So we have an overall count of 2.
Woo! 2 sweater vests. I hit my number. I feel good.
Yeah.
Magnadoodle tracker. There was some controversy on the first message. It was Joey enjoys the...
Right.
And then it changes to Joey eats little.
Yeah.
I really wish they would have finished both of those sentences. And later it says Emily Bon Voy, and that's crossed out to Emily see ya.
Right. And I took screenshots of all of those, so
Okay.
I'll put it in there for you to post.
Great. So what was our IMDb rating for this episode?
8 out of 10 stars with 5,300 ratings, so an average season 4 episode. But I enjoyed it.
That's good. Not bad. We have 2 reviews this week from some of our...
From a couple of our listeners.
Dedicated listeners. Sorry. I'm okay. It's late. All right. So the first one is from Michelle R.
Mm-hmm.
She says, this episode always gives me secondhand embarrassment for Rachel.
That's my favorite part.
Most of this one is downright cringy to me, but I still love some of those funny moments. I love when Phoebe is telling Chandler she'll never eat meat and then takes a huge bite of his sandwich and he says, there's a Phoebe on my sandwich.
Yeah.
And then also when Ross says they went to see doorknobs at the museum and the way Chandler says, without me, cracks me up every time.
Mm-hmm.
And then our other review is from Sandy D.
Aw, Sandy D.
So this one with the fake party, this is such a great funny episode. It's so packed full of one-liners, but my favorite one would have to be Chandler saying, there's a Phoebe on my sandwich.
Oh.
They both like that
Everybody
line.
likes Phoebe on their sandwiches.
My favorite moment is when Rachel does her cheer for Emily and then does a cartwheel into the bedroom. Crashing and talking with her loose tooth is hysterical.
Yep.
Her black dress is my favorite outfit. See, it wasn't just me. And so funny when
You,
Joey...
I like the funny costumes that they do on the program. I always will pick the funny thing.
And so funny when Joey zips it down and then pats her on the behind.
Yep.
Oh my God, so funny. I could watch this show every day. Well, sometimes I do. And best of all, there's a sweater vest.
Sweater vest.
It says, thanks, Sandy D. And then in parentheses, she put, your favorite.
Aw, that's
You
true.
are our favorite. All of you are our favorites. We love our listeners.
Breaking news. While I was editing, Joe sent me some Facebook comments that she'd like me to include in the podcast. Deanna WH enjoyed when Joey asked, were you in the movie? Which I love. Christian P liked when Rachel asked Chandler, you're a pathetic loser, right? And Bob C's favorite scene was the spin the bottle scene. All great choices. Thanks for commenting on our Facebook page. I'm sure Jo would be laughing along if she were here. Here, I'll just throw one in for fun.
What's next week's episode?
The one with the free porn.
What's our synopsis?
Chandler and Joey discover a free porn channel on their TV. Monica encourages Ross to go full rom-com before Emily leaves for London. And Phoebe gets a triple shock from her OBGYN.
That's true. Are you ready for some maladjusted content?
Give me a Y. Give me an E. Give me an S.
That spells yes.
That's correct.
Thank you. So this week we finished watching The Residents.
Yes.
We had talked about it previously on the podcast. It's so good.
Fun cast. Funny show.
Yep. Like 8 episodes, 9 episodes long. It was easy to get through.
They did a couple things I wasn't expecting them to do.
Yeah.
So that's always fun.
Yeah.
I enjoy things like that.
Right. Yeah.
We're watching a movie right now that I'm like, this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and that's going to happen.
It was funny because we both tried to guess who we thought, who done it, because it's a who done it, right? And Adam guessed who it was.
Yeah.
He did.
And I think my description would ruin it.
Yeah, so we're not gonna tell you, because if you like murder mysteries and you like funny, goofy comedies, if you like the movie Clue, you would really enjoy this.
Yeah.
It's not quite on the level of Clue, because nothing can top Clue.
And it's stretched out in 9 episodes or whatever it was.
And then we went to the movie theater this weekend. Yeah. So we've been trying to get back to the theater. We went Sunday morning at 9 o'clock, and we were the only ones there. Yeah. And it was very nice. We saw The Life of Chuck.
Yeah.
And I never heard of it. I didn't know anything about it going into it. I'm glad I didn't.
Well, the trailer's very vague.
Yes, it is.
I had read the short story, so when we saw the trailer, you were like, what is that about? And I was like,
But I like everyone in it, so I was like, yeah, let's go see it. But it was based on a short story by Stephen King, which, if that gives you any indication, it's not scary, but it's got some supernatural stuff to it, and metaphysical thinking. Yeah. But it was really good.
But it's also just
life,
enjoying life, and you need to enjoy your time here.
Yep, exactly. And we took the girl kid, and we asked her how she liked it, and she said it was sad, but it was good. So it's okay if it's sad as long as the movie is good.
Right.
Anything else you want to mention? I will make a plug. I forced Adam to join a contest to win America's Favorite Couple. It's hosted by Variety magazine, and if the best couple wins, we get $20,000. So you can vote every day over the next 8 days. There's a link in our Facebook stories. There's a link on our Facebook page. And please vote for us for the best couple.
Now, I actually don't know a lot about this, so how many contestants are there? Like a zillion?
I have no idea. They don't really tell you. It's across the entire United States.
Oh, okay.
Right now, we're 8th.
8th?
And you can vote every day.
Oh.
For the next 8 days. So it might be nice to win something.
Yeah.
And we might be able to boost our podcast stuff if we get $20,000. So, all right. But just a little plug for that. So, are you ready to wrap this up?
Yep.
All right. We are so glad you stumbled across our podcast, and if you are enjoying it, please share it with other friends, fans.
Or maybe rate it and or leave a review.
If you want to contribute your thoughts or reactions to the podcast, pick your favorite episode, like Michelle and Sandy.
And
send us your musings, and we'll share them on that episode. You can also write just to say hey. We love it.
Come on, we'd like to hear from more of you misfits out there.
That's right.
I'm greedy for misfits.
You can email us at themaladjustedmisfits@gmail.com.
Or we are hosted on Buzzsprout. If you'd like to help us with our cost, visit our page and click the donate button. You can also send us fan mail through Buzzsprout. Lots of ways to talk to us. Donate, email, or send us fan mail, and we'll give you a shout out on the show.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow the links in the show notes. The pages are called The One Where We Talk About Friends. Also, don't forget, we have a store on TeePublic. If you have a Friends shirt you've always wanted, send us your idea.
Yeah. Jo, you ready for a cup of coffee?
Always. if you didn't want to play, why'd you come to the party?